O Immaculate Heart of Mary, be our armor of hope. Dear friends, here is my reflection on the day 4 of our total consecration to the Immaculate Heart of Mary, the journey to the Sacred Heart of Jesus through the Immaculate Heart of Mary. And today's reading is taken from this powerful book, Imitation of Christ. Very wonderful book. Book 3 of it, chapter 40, and also excerpt from chapter 7. And the heading is, quote, that man has no good in himself, and that he cannot glory in anything. So, the first paragraph is power-packed. If we understand this paragraph, we have no need for any further tutorial on the virtue of humility or even patience. Very powerful. It started by saying, Lord, quote, Lord, what is man that you are mindful of him? Or the Son of Man that you visit him? What has man deserved that you should give him your grace? It's like saying, who are you? Who do you think you are? This is serious. It is like saying, tell me what I have done to deserve the blessings that God keeps giving me daily. What atom of it do I merit? Is it the time I spend on social media, chatting away my time, punching my keyboard, my phone, in the bedroom, chatting in the bathroom, chatting in the kitchen, and even the toilet, wasting God's given time on social media? Is that how I merited God's mercy and grace? No, not at all. Is it by bringing out huge sum of money and buying everything my family needs for COVID-19 lockdown to take care of just my family without buying even a single toilet roll for my neighbor out there, or even asking during this lockdown how the motherless babies' homes are coping or will cope? I'm just interested in my household and my family, not even toilet roll for the needy. Or how many clothes and shoes and even wristwatches does a child of Mary have? How many do I have in my wardrobe as a child of Mary that I have not used for months and even years, that are just there in the wardrobe, wasting? It only gives me joy to open my wardrobe once in a while, admire them, and see the wristwatch, the clothes and everything, the shoes, and I'm happy, and I close my wardrobe. And there are people out there who have no good clothes or even shoes to put on. Is that how I qualify for God's blessings? No. God is just giving me unmerited grace, a second chance, a borrowed life. Then the writer goes on, what cause have I, Lord, to complain if you desert me? What objection can I have if you do not do what I ask for? And that's another serious one. Maybe for those of us who did or who still do Legion work, you're on house-to-house search for souls, visitation, and you're like, you see a sister you used to see in the church, and you're like, hey sister, you used to be devoted to Jesus and Mary. You're used to being devoted to Jesus and Mary some years ago. I used to see you in block rosary, even May devotion. Why are you no longer attending Mass? I no longer see you at Mass, or even May devotion, the way you used to do before. What happened, sister? And she goes, Brother Ray, God has refused to grant my particular favors, requests that I have been asking for more than 2 years now. God has shut the door on me. After everything I did for Jesus and Mary, Brother, do you know I converted 3 native doctors when I was myself, when I was the president of 2 pious societies for 2 years. I sacrificed a lot, and I don't know why my prayer has been going unanswered. And God has deserted me. Even the rosaries I said, all I did for Mother Mary. So I complained to God, and He has not responded, and I left Him, I left God. I don't even look at the picture of Mother Mary anymore. But the writer of today's reading is asking, what cause have I, Lord, to complain if you desert me? What objection can I have if you do not do what I ask for, or what I ask? Close quote. Well, really, truth be told, why should you quarrel with God over unanswered prayers? Why should I quarrel with God? Why? I dare to ask. Do you have your life's timetable? I mean, you know what will happen tomorrow by 2 o'clock or next tomorrow by 4 o'clock? No. Do you know when you will die? No. The life that you are living now, does it belong to you? Is it yours? No. You're complaining of what God did not do. But even the things you have right now, did you get them by your own power? No. Hell no. That's why I love this book. We need to get it if you don't have it. So tell me where God offended you. Can God even do bad? No, by his very nature. You prayed to pass your exams, but you failed and you left God. But some people prayed in their hearts with difficulty in breathing in the ICUs to survive COVID-19, and they still died. But you survived. You're surviving, and you give God no credits. Instead, you're remembering unanswered prayers. Humility begets the spirit of gratitude in a soul, whilst subtle pride begets ingratitude and complaints against God in a soul. Please, if you did not get what you asked from God, keep asking with humility. Be like the unrelenting widow and keep waiting with patience. What you called 2 years of waiting on God could just be 1 hour before God or in God's eyes. He said, "My ways are not your ways." Do you know that many saints of old lived holy lives, filled with miracles, impeccable lives? Yet, on their deathbeds, they still felt unworthy, inadequate, and they kept asking for mercy before they finally died. Why? I mean, the great saints. It is because they realized what we failed to see from Matthew chapter 13 verse 8 in the parable of the sower. We miss this point always. Some seeds actually fell on good soil. Yeah, like you claim. But out of 100, they did 30%. That is 30 over 100. Others, 60 over 100. And some, 100 over 100. So it is in real humility that those who produced 30 out of 100 actually feel that they fell short of expectation by 70. Those who produced 40 out of 100 still fell short by 60. That is the meaning of 40%. So they did not complete 60. So the humble saints know that they produced something actually, but recognize that they may have fallen short of 100% expectation. So why should a crane, a very big crane capable of lifting 50-ton weight, rejoice because it lifted 2 tons when it's capable and it should lift 50? If you must blame yourself, because according to the writer, quote, he said, "But you, Lord, are always the same. You remain forever always good, just and holy, doing all things rightly, justly, and holily, disposing them wisely." Close quote. God is goodness himself, and by his very nature is not capable of doing wrong. He is good himself. So if you must blame yourself. The writer finished the argument by saying, "This I may think and say in all truth." Quote, "Lord, I am nothing of myself. I have nothing that is good. I am lacking in all things, and I am even tending towards nothing. And unless I have your help, I am inwardly strengthened by you. I become quite lukewarm and lax." Close quote. Another way to say this is to say that cut off from Jesus, you can do nothing. In the real sense of it, absolutely nothing. Even lifting up your hands. Even the knowledge of Mary that you have is a gift from God. God made you predestinate. You didn't make yourself. That is why you were called into Mary's armor of hope. As a matter of fact, to give back what you've gotten from God. Even if you read many scholarly books, the intelligence came from God. Hey, cut off from Jesus, we can do nothing. Please, we have to put this into our hard disks. Look at world powers with nuclear arsenals, best aircrafts, best economies, highest information technologies, wealth, money, cash, robotics, top-notch medical facilities. Everybody and everything went into hiding, lockdown, because God allowed an invisible, tiny coronavirus to compete with us. You see how powerless and useless we can be with all we have. The second paragraph confirms that we are highly unreliable in our dealings with God, ever changing like chameleon. We have to realize this. We should stop bragging, even as children of Mary, no matter what you can do. And it confirmed also that the grace of God can make us steadfast and worthy. And after the Holy Mass, I must tell you, the next most powerful source of enabling grace, that grace you need to do those things that are good, virtues, is the Rosary. Please, go and revisit the 15 promises made by Mother Mary for those who pray the Rosary and see what I'm talking about. And please, check out promise number 6. I love it so much. That you can never be conquered by any misfortune if you devoutly say your Rosary. And other promises that are very powerful. The last paragraph encourages us to be humble and small in our own eyes. In your own eyes. I tell you why. It is because there is nothing you have on earth that was not given to you. No matter what. Money, the best school, whatever. So why boast over what does not belong to you? Imagine I come to your beautiful house and I start boasting over the house that is not mine. And the last paragraph also implies that we don't have to lose our senses of vigilance, self-check, and recollection in time of peace, good health, and affluence. Because if we do, any slightest tribulation will hit us with surprise, shock, and unpreparedness, and such may be spiritually fatal. So in good times, watch out for when God will withdraw that favor. That will be all for now. See you in day 5. Bye for now.